Let me share my screen, guys. हाँ जी, तो अब मैं आपसे बात करता हूँ। ये रिलेशनशिप मैं आपको हिंदी में समझाता हूँ, पहले ध्यान से सुनना। देखो, जब आप एक्सेल में काम करते हो तो आप सिर्फ एक एक्सेल वर्कबुक पे काम करते हो, सिर्फ एक एक्सेल वर्कबुक। ठीक है, सपोज आपने कोई एक एक्सेल वर्कबुक ओपन करी, ओनली ये वर्कबुक अगर आपने ओपन करी तो आप सिर्फ इस वर्कबुक में काम करते हो। वेदर इसके अंदर डिफरेंट शीट हो, डिफरेंट टैब हो, डिफरेंट पाइवट टेबल हो, डिफरेंट फंक्शन आपने क्रिएट करे हो, लेकिन आप काम करते हो सिर्फ एक ही वर्कबुक में। ठीक है, बट जब आप आते हो डेस्क में, पावर बीआई के अंदर, तो यहाँ पे आप एक वर्कबुक में काम नहीं करते। यहाँ पे आप मल्टीपल वर्कबुक में काम करते हो, मल्टीपल शीट्स में काम करते हो। तो इसीलिए हमें रिलेशनशिप बनाने होते हैं, ताकि हम एक वर्कबुक को दूसरी वर्कबुक से कनेक्ट कर पाए, और जो डाटा एक वर्कबुक में है वो डाटा दूसरी वर्कबुक से कनेक्ट हो जाए। और लेकिन कनेक्ट करने के लिए हमें दोनों वर्कबुक में सेम कॉलम चाहिए होते हैं, कि सेम कॉलम हो। ठीक है, सो इन पावर बीआई द एवरी शीट विल बी डिवाइडेड इनटू डिफरेंट वर्कबुक, every sheet. Okay, now understand. So for every sheet, right now it is not 1 2 3 4 5. It is not a 5 sheet. It is a 5 workbook. 4 is a VLOOKUP workbook and 1 is your fact workbook. Now understand that why we making a relationship. Because in Excel, it is your first workbook. This is your main workbook, but this is your worksheet. Okay, in Excel, this is your worksheet, but in Power BI, all these are the workbook, and you have to connect all these workbook for the main workbook, and this is your main workbook. Means fact lookup, fact table. Like, see, I will give you the best example. Like in the Diwali, okay, we have a lighting in every house, and in the lighting we have a one main master bulb. And for this master bulb, if the master bulb is fused, your all the bulb will be fused. Okay, so there is a reason that this fact table is a master data and this table as a lookup data. Now understand? Anyone? Gaurav? Okay,
Yes, yes, yes.
so now understand clear कि why we making a relationship. Because relationship is mandatory, because we have to connect not only one worksheet or not only one file. We have to connect the multiple workbook with the same column. Multiple workbook with the same column. See, in the fact table we have 1 2 3 4, all the unique column in the fact table for all this file. Okay, so this file is called as a unique table and this file is called as a fact table. So relationship is, guys, very important step. You have to note down every step, because relationship is very important. Watch this video again 2 3 4 times maybe, because this video I will give you the in a free. Okay, so you have to watch and analyze your skills. Because video, yeah, right now we are working or I'm going to live with you, I have cleared your doubt. But when you watch the video again 1 2 3 or 4 times, it will give you the complete picture. Because right now in the first go you cannot even understand one or two things, but when you watch this video again and again, it will give you the complete picture in your mind, and then you think on that way. Okay, so now our relationship is done. Now we move into our next part, and next part is, guys, go to this Excel condition and see, relationship is done. And now we have to write some DEX query. Before DEX query, this line, relationship is done, but this line is missing. So this line is tell you that for every data, date table is mandatory. Okay, so date table is mandatory means, suppose in this data, this is our data and this is the relationship. See, in the employee detail, we have a date of birth, we have a date of joining, we have a edited time. Edited time means something different. I will tell you. Date of resignation also I want to calculate here, because resignation date is not given. So I will calculate resignation date. So right now date of birth and date of joining. But please tell me how to connect date of birth with other table, because there is a no date table there. So we have to collect or we have to create a new date table for this function. Okay, and now I am creating a date table with a new function. That new function is called yeah. So for new function, I am going into employee detail. Just a minute, guys. So we have a edited date, department, skill level, salary. Okay. So I'm just creating a new column because right now in my file, resignation date is not given, guys. Okay. So for resignation date, I choose a simple function as a today function because right now we are going to make this project today. So I'm taking as resignation date as today date because if you're in your data right now, if you have a correct data with your file with your data, then in the HR data resignation date is given, but in my data resignation date is not given. So I just take my resignation date as today date. And click the today function and just click on enter. It will give you the resignation date as today date, and we have to compare all these date with our date table. See, your date is 9/10, today is the 9/10, and it will give you the complete detail. Go to this and change the data type, because why data type? In this date table we have a date and time also, but I don't need a time. I just click on only the date. Okay, then the time is removed from this column. So I add just first column as a resignation date. I write it here. That why I write a relationship as resignation date, as resignation date is not given.
We can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, you can't hear me?
Yes, Harsh, you are audible.
Okay, now good. So as the resignation date is not
Harsh can't hear you.
Sir, I think your network is busy. You can connect again. Hello, everyone, can you hear me?
It's okay for my side, Harsh.
Okay, so
Yes.
Alpesh,
Yes.
can you please rejoin again with this meeting? Maybe your network is low, maybe. Okay, so in this data, we have as a resignation date is not given in our data. So we have used a today's date. We have used a today date, and this is optional. Okay, this is optional, not a mandatory, guys. This is optional because in my data resignation date is not given. But if you work on your real HR data, if you work on your real HR data, I have a real HR data also. I will send you that data so that you can make practice of it. If you work on real HR data, then resignation date is given. Okay, so this is just a optional. So I just create a one column into here at a resignation date, and I'm going back into my relationship. And now if I move bigger and see, resignation date column is there. And now for this table, there's a three table: date of birth, date of joining, and date of resignation. This date you can forget. Okay, edited time you forget because this is not a mandatory. So date of birth, date of joining, and resignation date we have. So we have to identify that from which date you have to make a relationship. From which date? Date of joining, date of birth, or date of resignation. You tell me according to you from which date we have to make a relationship. Date of joining, date of resignation, or date of birth. Tell me anyone. From which date?
Can you ask again? Can you ask again?
Yeah, I ask that in this our fact table we have a three date table. One is date of birth, one is date of joining, one is resignation date. So from which date we have to make a relationship with the date table? Because there is a
Date of
three date which you cannot even.
date of joining. Date of joining.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So for date of joining, you have to create a date table. Okay. So before creating a date table, I'm going into my one more thing. It is important. So go to modeling, click on new table. I am just creating a two measure. Why I'm creating a two measure? For date table, because right now date table is a very main concern for you all, because you cannot understand the complete date table right now. So I'm going to tell you very easiest way to calculate a date table. Very easiest. It is very easiest. Okay. So click on this key measure. You have to create two measure. One is minimum date and one is maximum date. So I'm just here as minimum date, and minimum date you can use a minimum function, and column name you can choose as joining date, because I need a minimum date from the joining date. So I just click on enter. It will give me the value of minimum date. And same way, I'm just click copy measure, and from minimum I can use as maximum, and instead of minimum you can write it as maximum. And why I create these two functions, guys? For making a date table. Okay, so for making a date table, I am creating this function. Go to modeling again, new table, and now I am creating my date table. Date table. So for creating a date table, you can use a one function here, calendar, and start date you can use as minimum date, and end date you can use as maximum date. Sorry, one more error. I just click on first. I click on this, and then I go to another these two functions. See, this key measure we have a maximum date. I don't want maximum from joining. I want maximum from resignation. Okay, so I want maximum from resignation, but minimum from joining. Why? Anyone? Why? Joining, minimum from joining and maximum from resignation. Why?
It checks how attrition rate is, how you can it calculates the attrition rate of a company.
Right. It is calculate the efficiency rate, as well as we need a complete date table. So complete date table is minimum date of joining till the maximum date of resignation. Okay. We have a starting date of the date table and ending date of the date table. If I choose the maximum from joining date, if some person resigns, suppose last maximum date of joining date is 31st December 2020, and if that person resign in 31st July 2021, then this date is not covered in my data. This date is not covered in my data. So that is the reason that minimum date is from joining table and maximum date is from resignation date table. And when I click on this date table, see, minimum and maximum mean minimum of joining date table and maximum of this date table. And when I click on just enter, it will give you the complete date table from starting to end. And right now, tell me, this date table is easy for you or something hard? Because this is very easy. If you have a two date table in your raw data, then you have to use two measure. First is minimum date and maximum date. Whether you use different column, suppose if you have a sales data, and in the sales data you have a order date and you have a delivery date, then you can put as minimum date of order date and maximum date of delivery date. Then it will give you the complete picture of the sales table. Okay, and same way in the financial data as well, as recording date and transaction date. Recording date is means, transaction date is means the date when the payment is deduct, and the recording date is when the payment is recorded in our books. So you can use minimum date from recording date and maximum date from transaction date in a financial data. Okay, so there is a multiple ways to you have to connect the date table. So this is one of the best way. So when I go to see, my date table is ready from 1 to 1986 to till the end. So I'm just doing the same formatting for this. I don't need a time. Just put the here and put the only the date. Okay, so it will give you the,
Harsh,
yeah.
Harsh, in a hotel reservation tutorial, we use direct code for a date table.
Right.
So date table is also vary from logic to logic, right?
No,
From
no.
sheet to
See,
sheet.
no,
Hmm.
it is not logic to logic. It is actually there is a three or four types of date table creation. First one is I have give you the complete query written. Okay, so some person have doubt how to edit that query. Okay, so that is the reason that I talk that this query you can return. Okay, so if you want to use that date table also, then you can use that date table, because that date table is a very good for me, because I also use that table. I did not use a that minimum and maximum. I just for teaching purpose I use. But for normal, if I tell you in real I just use a that table which I gives you the code for the hotel table, hotel restaurant part, because I also use that type of column, because every time I don't want to create a multiple like this kind of measure to making a date table, because it will take me lot of time. Right now I'm using as year filter, month filter, day filter, but in the sheet I will I have already sent you. There is all the date table is written. I just click on this, go to this, okay, and go to transform data. See, there is a two steps into that date table. Go to transform data, go to advanced editor here, and paste the column, paste the sheet here, and just click on done. Your parameter is ready. So that is the reason I use that way. But for teaching purpose, my motive is to that I will complete going to teaching as a calendar table. There's a multiple way. So that is the reason I tell you. Okay, if you use that table is also helpful for you. Okay,
Okay.
the main thing is relationship only. Calendar table you can create at many times or many format or many ways, because one more function we have as a calendar auto function in the last project. I think I use calendar auto function. Okay, so calendar auto function give you the complete date table as a starting to end, but calendar function give you the minimum and maximum date table only. Minimum date as a starting date and maximum date from the ending date. So after that I am going to this and see the date table is ready. And now I am making a three date table relationship. See, three is what? I am selecting this date to date of birth also, and I am select. No, right now I just remove this one. No worry, no remove. Just click on double click and remove the right click and okay. And go to this date table again. Date of joining. This date table again. Date of resignation. And see, in this date table, I have connect all the date table. Tell me, it is a right or wrong? This is right or wrong way? One date table is connected with the three date table. Date of birth, date of joining, and resignation date. Why I connect this, and what is the difference between dotted and undotted line? See, dotted line show you that it is an inactive relationship. Means in the real time, date to date of birth is an inactive relationship. And date to date, this is an active relationship, because this is not a dotted line. And when I click on this is also an inactive relationship. But why I use this active or inactive relationship in our data? Because see, this is our example condition. Go to this. See, for employee turnover ratio, we need a resignation date to date. Okay, but if you want as a experience range, it from joining to resignation date. Okay, so in this we have a data from joining to resignation date, and in this we have to data with resignation date to date table. It means, suppose if we want to use this employee turnover ratio or retention ratio or male female
ये
ratio.
resignation to date table क्या मतलब? Resignation date to date table, what do you mean by that?
Tell me just a minute. I will tell you. See, employee turnover ratio means we have to make. See, what is turnover actually? Turnover means actually turnover is means. See, turnover means suppose in your company in the 2020. I am starting from 2020. In the month of January, you in your company employee have 1050 employees. Okay, and but in the end of like in the month of December, your company have just 1000 employees. So tell me, how much resign and how much is newly added? You don't know, right? Because you have a starting and you have an ending. But from this function, from this resignation to a date table means this date table, this function, date to a resignation date gives you the complete total resignation of that function. Okay, and use a relationship, and we have to make this relationship. Sometimes we need to make this relationship active for just one function, not for all table, just for one function. So I create an inactive relationship, and after the dex function, after when we go into the next step, this turnover ratio, see, I will tell you where is the turnover. Let me tell you. Just for example, I will tell you. Okay. Okay, in this table not have, no worry, I will tell you in later. Because see, in this just to go to this example, this is your date table and this is your resignation date. If you select this date table to the resignation date, the value of the resignation date only give you the resignation total number of resignation in a year only, total number of resignation date in a total number of year, particular month or particular quarter. If you need as a turnover complete year, then you have to use both the table, date of joining as well as this line also, date of joining, because you have a current year data and you have a starting year of data and you have an ending year of data, so that we can use this joining date and resignation date into our one table. So there is a reason that I use one is active relationship and this is inactive relationship for this function, only for this function, these two function I use a date designation. Well, what is designation date to date table means? Designation date to date table means designation date to connect with the date table. There is a relationship we use into our dex query. I will tell you in later in the next dex function, because when we creating this kind of, when we creating all these, and after that when we go into move into this 11, 12 and 13, this is very main important function. This is mostly important for every HR. Male turnover ratio, male female ratio, sorry, employee turnover rate or employee retention ratio. This is very important. These three. These 10 are the some basic and intermediate, but these three are the advanced. Okay. So for this date table, I can use different kinds of function. And why I'm using the date table, I just need to adding a more column, like a new column for year, month, like day, this kind of date we have. So I just click on year. Okay, so you just use a format function. See, this kind of working we are going to save with the date table with the advanced editor option, because we don't want to create minimum date, maximum date, calendar function, format function, month function, like day function, formatting the date. Okay, so this timing the saving with the query editor function, advanced editor function. Format value is for date table to the date column and format into the YYY. It will give you the complete picture of the year wise. See, 1986 to, you have a data from 1986 to 2021. We have a data. Suppose if you want a retention ratio of 20, turnover ratio of 2020, then in the 2020 beginning, the number of employee there, and in the 2020 end, the number of employee there, and then you have to minus the resignation people. It will give you the turnover ratio or turnover rate for the employee. I will tell you in the future that what is the turnover and how to calculate, because there is some advanced function. When these three are the advanced function. Same way, I can choose as month, and you can use as a format value is a date, and for date, if you want to use as month into 3 or 4, then you can use. Right now I'm using as 3. It can give you the value and for a 3 digit, like Jan, Feb, March, this 3, this way. Okay, and same way, if you want to use a 4, then you can just choose the 4 digit M. And if you want to number numerical month, then 2 digit M. And now day. So for day, if you need a date column like a 2 digit, so I can just use that 2D. So right now our date is ready. And now this our, like, we are going to step with here. It means total we have a 4. Till 4th step we are going to cover all these things. So tell me, any doubt till 4th step? Anyone? Any doubt related to anything till 4th step? Okay, then I move further for a first or second visualization, just a normal. See, key measure. So for key measure, what is the main HR? We have a HR data. So in HR, we have a total number of employee. So how to create a total number of employee? Just a simple function you can use. Total employee. Total employees. In the company, we have a total number of employees because this is very mandatory for any organization, that we want to use a total number of employee or total number of manager as well as. Okay, so for this function you can use a total number of employee, and there is a multiple function you can use, whether there a count, whether there is a distinct count, whether there is like count on distinct count is only using for because we have a count. So I just use here as distinct count. Okay, and right now I need a column name. So in this column name, what the column name and I can use for employee detail, there is a one column as employee code. This code, because this code is a different for every employee code. So right now I'm just going to enter, and it will give you the complete picture of total employee. Okay, so when I drag this file, drag this column here and make this as a table. So we have a total number of employees 20k, and go to data table, choose the color. Like right now I'm choosing, yeah, I will tell you one more thing. For none, go to total employee, eliminate this kind of things, yeah. And see, I will tell you one good way for making the formatting of your data, and not doing a every time of this kind of data. See, go to this modeling, oh sorry, view tab. There is a view tab, there is a themes here, themes option. Okay, so right now in my theme is selected automatic by default theme is selected this default theme. If you want to change your theme and customize your theme, you can customize your theme as well. As suppose I need uh, this theme, or you can use yeah, this theme. If I use and go to this, and here is the option of customize current theme. You can customize this current theme. Go to customize, because it will save your time to every formatting. Okay, that is the reason that I use a customized theme. So what is customized, guys? You can choose name and color, means you can give the name, oh sorry, you can give the color as per your custom, as per your requirement. Suppose if your organization, this color is important, like why we need this custom theme, guys? Because when you are working in some like professional company or a big company, the every company has a color coding. Because in Deloitte I am working, so there is a two main color coding as a black and green and white. These three are the main color. And when you're working in like American Express, the red, white, and black is a main color. And when you're working in ENY, yellow, black, and white, these three are the main common thing in the ENY. So right now I am using as ENY filter. Okay, so yellow color 2 I can use as dark yellow. You can change your theme as well. Okay, it is just for your formatting type saying. Your first time you have to just do, and next time you don't need to do. Just for first time. Okay, and same way color 4. If I use a white, yeah, one more thing, guys. Right now, if you want to use as one like color, like white color, so you can go to directly Google color code. Okay, and see, there is a reason of a color code. See, color code name and example, and see, there's a different kinds of color. Red color, if you want a red color, you can just copy this color, go to Power BI, and instead of this, you can just put here as a color and see automatic choose the red color. Okay, so there is a better way to use Google for the color coding, and see there is not a site for this. You can just write down as the color code and see all the color will be there. All the color code will be there. See black, night, charcoal, oil, any color. So there is a these are the color coding. If you want to use, see there is a different color. You can use a lot of color here. Okay, so every time you can use your customize your theme by this color if you want as per your requirement. Okay, there is a many color, guys. See there is a different color. You can use anyone you can use. So right now my theme is yellow. Okay, so I just use my yellow theme. This color copy, paste, and just enter. Go to Google. There is a one more color. See this is color. Okay, yellow theme you have. So I just use this theme. Copy. Go to Power BI. Apply. Same way. Bright gold. Apply. Okay, so guys, this way you can use your color coding. This is your customized thing. And second, going to text, guys. So text is like, see, this is total employee written, already written, and this text you have to give the value that total employee will be in the which form. So you can choose as per your bold. Suppose if you want a bold, you can choose bold. If you want like Times New Roman, you can choose this one. What is your default size of your font? 12. What is your default font color? Font color, if you want like, yeah, I need a black because yellow and black is a font color is a good way. So this is your, I'm going to apply this one. It means, see, automatically change. See, total employee, the value
And
is,
Harsh, in case if we want to remove this one, I mean to say the text which is coming below, right? So we want this on top, right? So it will come as
sir,
title.
for I already tell you in the restaurant step. See, go to this, there is a category. You can just switch off, and category you can switch off and go to title. If you want to title on, go to just here and put as value like total.
But this category part does only come in cards, cards wala thing, right?
Sir,
It
there
doesn't
is a
come
man,
in.
sir, there is a many every part you have to maintain. See, for this also, like in the pie chart also there is a category. When I go to this total employee, okay, it also give you the category, I think. Okay, you can use legend of legend. You can just put the legend of legend is also a part of category. Okay, you can put the detail label of, see the label is off. Okay, yeah, there is a, see every formatting is not a same way. For card value is a category, but for pie chart there is a different way. But you, that is the reason that I tell you in the previous class, use most all of the function, use all of the functions. Okay, so that you can maintain that in the card type you have a category switch off, and in the pie chart you have to legend or detail label switch off. Okay, so there is a multiple way you can use, but right now the main thing is to format your custom visualization. This is very important. This is very important because you have to maintain your file size very great way. So for visual also, if you want border, so border color, if you want, like I need border color as a black, click apply. And what is transparency is, this is black. Okay, border on karo, black, I need a black. And radius means it will give you the uh, radius size. Like when I click on apply and see the radius is moved, and see the black color, it will automatically change when you change the theme. So main thing is to, theme is your important, so you can change current theme as per your understanding. And same way for visualization, header. Okay, header you can choose a background color, border color. For page also, you can change the background. Like this background, you can just apply this one. See, your page background is ready. Okay, so for everything you have to just make a customize. Yeah, customized benefit is like, if you create a next visualization, it automatically take the same color. You don't need to go again the format tab and choose the same color again and again. Same way as a filter pane as well as. Okay, so there is a many thing you can done with your customized current theme. Okay, so guys, I think we should stop this today as of now, and we will continue with the DAX function from tomorrow. So that for tomorrow we are going to create multiple all DAX reports and complete dashboard we have to make. And after that, this HR project is ready to complete. Okay, so from tomorrow class, we are going to discuss all the DAX function with you, that what are the queries into DAX. So if you have any doubt till now, you can ask me. Okay, any doubt, anyone? Hello, can you hear me?
No, actually the thing is that when we are doing practicals now, so we like then the doubts will be come out.
Sir,
So
sir,
like
listen,
till yet
listen.
it is
Sir,
clear.
yeah, sir, listen. When you do the practice, when you do the practical, okay, remember one thing, watch my video on
Okay.
YouTube. Okay, on watch my video means play my video step by step. Like watch 5-minute video, go to practical. Watch 10-minute video, go to practical. Watch 5-minute video, go to practical. Like this way. If you using my, if you use your practical, and if you suppose if you watch my video directly from for 1 hour complete video, if you watch and then you go to the practical, it will be very difficult for you, because every step you cannot identify in just one go. Okay, so you have to maintain that.
Harsh.
Watch my video. Yes.
Can you help with one thing only? Can you please let us know how to calculate average age in case if we want it gender wise? I'm going to say how to calculate average age for female or male.
Okay. Sir, actually in my data, maybe age is written out there. I will tell you in tomorrow class, so no worry. All the things will be located. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, all the things will be done by tomorrow. Okay, all the text function I will be going for you. Okay.
Okay. If you can help us out verbally, then it will be really helpful, because
Sir,
I was
actually,
working
right.
on a project.
Sir, actually, right now there is an. I think time is over. So because right now I have
Okay.
one more batch. Okay, after 9:30.
Done.
Okay. Yeah. So I will tell you tomorrow, because meeting will be over in just 1 minute. So it will be difficult to explain. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
The link of this video, like the project.
Yeah. I will send you. Don't worry. I will send you. Yeah. In couple of like after half an hour or 1 hour, I will send you.
And,